of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hallo und guten Morgen, guten Tag und guten Abend an alle unsere Zuschauer und Zuhörer hier auf INCRadio Zentraleuropa Satellitenstudio. Ich bin Schwester Alessandra Martinez und freue mich, heute euer Host zu sein. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our dear viewers and listeners here on INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. My name is Sister Alessandra Martinez and I am your host for today. Quick time check, it is now 8:01 p.m. here in Germany. And with me today for our guest, we have Sister Malu. Hello po ka, Malu.
Hi, good evening. Good evening everyone. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat at dito ho 2:00 na madaling araw sa Philippines. It's 2 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines.
Good morning to you po ka, Malu. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. But in the same city of Munich, we have Brother Nico. Hello po ka, Nico.
Hello po, servus an alle. I'm Brother Nico Angelo Adel po from the local congregation of Munich po.
Hello to you too, po, brother. And 4 hours away in Frankfurt, we have Brother Jed. Good evening po ka, Jed.
Hallo, guten Abend, guten Morgen po, Kamalu, an alle, good evening po. Mein Name ist Jed Kaalim, ich bin ein Geistlicher in Central Europe in Deutschland, zuständig für die Gemeinden in Frankfurt City. Good evening po, my name is Brother Jed Kaalim, a minister of the gospel. Thank you for having me po.
Thank you so much to all of you po for joining us tonight on INCRadio Central Europe. And in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. But amidst the chaos, and there's something that can bring us back to our roots and create a sense of belonging, and that is the importance of family traditions, po. And that is our topic for tonight. But aside from our interesting topic tonight, we will once again learn new German words and phrases with our lovely Kamalu in our segment German is Fun. We will also tour around the Bavarian region and watch a short travelogue. And last but not least, we will announce to you the winners of the Top 3 Cluster Challenge from last week. So stay tuned and excited for that. And for this said challenge, it is very easy to participate. Just write your comments and or greetings in the YouTube live chat, and don't forget to include the hashtags of your local congregation, group worship service, or even your cluster next to it, so we can identify where your comment is from. But just a gentle reminder, we are only counting unique comments, so identical comments will not be counted. So dear viewers and listeners, type your greetings and comments in the YouTube live chat right now. I already see a lot of comments here. I want to shout out Ka Jerry, Sister Rachel Muyot, Eric Gacha, Sister Beatrice Airoso, Brother Ted Salvador. Good evening to all of you po. Make sure to keep your comments going po. And before we move on with our topic for tonight, we will once again learn new words and phrases in our segment German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. So lean back and relax, and most importantly, have fun. Viel Spaß!
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Hello everyone, welcome to German is fun. Hallo und guten Tag. Wie geht's euch? Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Sister Malu Francisco, bringing you a triple treat. Here on German is Fun, we relax, we learn basic German, and every last weekend of the month, we take you along on a cultural journey. So join us here on INC Radio Central Europe's German is fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. German is fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. Our lesson for today, we'll learn to use the verb to have in German. For example, they have a son. Sie haben einen Sohn. Here's a chart showing you the different forms of the verb haben with a singular subject. Ich habe, I have. Du hast, you informal. Sie, es hat. He, she, it has. Sie, the formal you singular. Sie haben. Let's use the verb haben with a singular subject. I have a computer or a laptop. Ich habe einen Computer. Ich habe ein Laptop. Hi, Francis. Do you feel like reading or drinking something? Hallo, Francis. Hast du Lust, etwas zu lesen und trinken? Well, let's hear her answer.
Ich lese ein Buch. Ich trinke Tee.
She's interested in reading a book and drinking tea. Teddy hat ein Buch. He enjoys reading. Hat Spaß beim Lesen. Hier ist ein Buch. This is a book. The book has many pages. Das Buch hat viele Seiten. Es hat viele Seiten. So once again, the different forms of the verb haben using the singular subject. Ich habe, du hast, sie, es hat, sie haben. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Now let's go to the use of haben with plural subject. Wir haben. You, informal, plural, ihr habt. They, sie haben. And then the formal you, sie haben. Let's have example sentences. Oh, our friends in Switzerland. Let me ask Frida and Abby. Hello, Abby, Frida. Do you have time tonight? Habt ihr heute Abend Zeit? Habt ihr heute Abend Zeit? Yes, we have time tonight. Yeah, we're having heute Abend Zeit. Yeah, we're having heute Abend Zeit. Meet our brother Gert and sister Annalene from Berlin.
Ich bin Schwester Annalene.
Hallo, ich bin Bruder Lukas.
Hallo, ich bin Bruder Gerd.
Bruder Gert und Schwester Annalene haben einen Sohn. Sie haben einen Sohn. Heißt Lukas. Hallo, Lukas. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. So once again, here's the chart showing you the different forms of the verb haben with the plural subject. We have wir haben. You have, informal you, plural, ihr habt. They have, sie haben. And the formal you, plural, sie haben. This has been today's German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Sister Malu Francisco saying, thank you very much for joining. Danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Bis zur nächsten Episode. Till our next episode. So, see you next time, right here on INC Radio Central Europe's German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. So, tschüss! German is fun, Deutsch macht Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Frau Schwester Malu, for teaching us new words and phrases in German oder auf Deutsch. And to our dear viewers and listeners, if you are interested in learning more German vocabulary, you can search on YouTube INC Radio DZEM German is Fun, and there you can rewatch all the German is Fun episodes. Thank you so much again po, Kamalu. Now, moving on, before we jump right into our interesting topic for tonight, how about we break the ice first with a fun icebreaker game? And tonight we will play Who Am I? And in this game, we will show you a riddle phrase, and you have to guess the answer. And to give you a hint already, it's all about family po. So are you ready? Kuya Tech, can you please show us the slides, please? Okay, who am I? The first. Of course, to our dear viewers and listeners, feel free to join us as well in this fun game. Just type your answers in the live chat box. Okay? If you're all of you are ready, let's show the first slide. Po, Kuya Tek. Your mother is my mom. Your father is my dad. I am your dot dot dot.
I'm your sister.
Okay, I'm yours. We have I am your sister. Does anyone else have an idea? How about you, Kaniko? Do you have an idea?
Not sure. I'm not quite sure po. Maybe I am your brother.
Okay, I am your brother or I am your sister. Kajed, do you have a similar or a different answer po?
I am your Bruder. Schwester.
Okay, Bruder is German for brother. Okay, Kuya Tech, can you please show us the answer? I am your sibling, but it's still great for sister or brother is the same. Thank you so much. Good job to Kamalu and Kaniko mo. And of course to Kajen. Next slide po, please. You are the son of my son. You are my
Grandson.
okay grandson. Kajen seems. What is your idea po?
Uh, grandchild, Enkelkind, if I'm mistaken.
Okay, grandchild oder Enkelkind auf Deutsch. Kaniko, do you have a different answer or the same answer?
Ik heb de gleiche antwoord po. Enkelzoon.
Oh, okay, wir machen heute auf Deutsch. So Kaniko said he also has the same answer. If that is the case, Kuya Tech, can you please show us the answer? You are my grandson or Enkelkind, grandchild. Good job po. Okay, next slide po. I think these are pretty easy. I can be small or large in size, but my value can't be measured in price. With love and care, I am full, a unit of life never dull. What am I?
A family.
A family? Oh, that's a great idea, Bo. Kaniko, do you have an idea, Bo?
I have po. Pamilya po. Pamilya.
Ay, may Tagalog din pala. Okay. Kaje, do you have the same answer or a different answer po?
Yes, po. Same. The first part was a bit gave me a bit of thinking po, but familia. I also agree with po Malu and Kaniko po.
Okay. Kuya Tech, can you please show us the answer? Oh, it doesn't have an answer. But it looks like a family, so I'm guessing it's family. Good job po. Okay, next slide po. The smallest in the house, but with the loudest shout. I bring joy without a doubt. Who am I?
It's baby po, I
Baby.
think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Baby.
I was thinking a bit further. Not really further, but I was thinking bunso, youngest child. Oh, is that one?
Okay, youngest child or baby. Those are very similar answers. Let's check the answer, Kuya Tech. It's The baby of the family or the youngest of the family. Okay, these are easy. I think I should we need to give you harder riddles next time. Okay, moving on. Last riddle. A doctor and a boy were fishing. The boy was the doctor's son, but the doctor was not the boy's father. Who was the doctor? Okay, a little more thinking.
Very tricky. But I think we can get that po.
Yeah.
Can I say my answer already, Ka Alec?
Yes, go ahead, po.
Mother.
Mother, okay. Okay, Kamalu was nodding her head. Do you have the same answer po, Kamalu?
Oh, I think so.
Okay, well, how about you, Kaniko? Do you have a different answer or same answer than po?
I have the same answer po.
Okay, let's check. Kuya Tech, give us the answer, please. His mother. Okay. Good job. Very, very well played. Thank you, everyone, for participating in our Riddle Me This game. I hope you all had fun and are now ready to talk about our topic for tonight, which is all about family traditions. And like we have mentioned earlier, with our current lives are very busy right now. Everyone are living their own lives, and some are even far apart. Um, it's kind of difficult for some to even have family tradition, or family traditions can also look very different, and it is very individual. Now, for Kaniko, what is your favorite family tradition and why is that important to you?
My favorite family tradition po is like we gather the family gather every New Year's Eve at my Lola's house, like from the Lola, from the auntie, uncles, cousins. Like we do this every year, but now it was absent for 2 years because I'm here in Germany. But still, I could never forget it because it's so important to me because it each member of the extended family bring us closer together. And what's important most at when the clock strikes at midnight, we do this panata po, like Thanksgiving for the New Year po.
Oh, that's very nice, but especially when when you all live far apart from each other, you gather together for that specific event, and of course with prayer, that is the most important for us as Christians. We give our thanks as well to our Almighty God, and of course we bond through our prayer. Thank you so much, Kaniko, for that. Um, Aside from gathering together and praying together, but what other family tradition has been passed down through generations in your family?
It's what was taught to me and my brothers and cousins is like to take care of each other because I share you my experience what happened 2 years ago. Like my dad had an accident, and then each member of the extended family, like aunties, uncles, had extended their helping hand by giving financial support. Like, yeah, I was so thankful to God. Like, I have family members like this. And right now, I'm still thankful because my dad is back to tip top shape. Yeah, he's getting, he has, like I said, he has recovered back to normal.
Oh, that's very good to hear, po. Thank you so much for sharing with that with us, Kaniko, po. Um, if I might ask, po, how does your do your parents also live in the Philippines, po?
Yeah, they're in the Philippines po with my two brothers po in Cebu actually.
Oh, okay, po. Yes, Kamalu, go ahead, po.
Oh, Brother Nico, I'm glad to hear that your father is back in shape, and we wish him, of course, full recovery. And by the way, are you the eldest in the family?
I'm the middle child po, actually po.
Oh, the middle child. Okay. And well, and you're now in Munich, right?
Yes po.
Yeah. I can see myself in you
Mhm.
because I was once in Munich and I lived there during my training for more than 1 year, or more than a year. And you know how Munich is, especially in winter. It is at this time of the year when you feel so nostalgic. Now, it begins in autumn already, when 4 o'clock in the afternoon is already dark. And then, it affects your mood. So I think you must be missing your family a lot and those family traditions that you mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yes po.
wonder how you cope with that.
Yes po, definitely po. Like exactly po, I missed him. I miss my family so much, especially po mama's boy. um I cope with that po like through the means of technology. Like we do video call through any social media app. Like we talk, we share our experience. I share my experiences here in Germany. Like I asked them back, like how's everything with the family back at home, and then that's how I cope up with my situation as living alone in Germany. But like to fill in the gap po, I every Saturday I look forward po for the worship service, and then after worship service, after officers pulong po, like the brethren, the officers gather in the function hall. We do chit chat po, like we do fun po, and that really feel that really fills the gap po of being homesick po. Like it really helps with the mental health.
If I may just ask one last, did you tell your parents that you're participating on the program this evening?
Mm, no po, but after the show po, I send the link to my mom.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sister Ali, for letting me come up with a follow-up question. Thank you, Brother Nico.
Thank you also for Kaniko and Kamalu for sharing that. And that actually leads me to having a follow up question to Kajed, because I know that he also lives far from his family, and it's not as easy for him to visit his family, like maybe Kaniko or maybe Kamalu, because his schedule is not as flexible as our schedule. How do you cope with that, Kajed?
I believe cope. You're correct. I think that's how I'm going to begin. You're correct, but the schedule is very tight, especially when it comes to the performance of the duties that we have. But we, even for me personally, or for us in the family personally, even though we're all far away from each other, or there are moments where it's not easy for us just to have a quick visit to the family, we use what was really always brought to us. And I can just continue to what Kaniko said, is the importance of prayers really in the family. Even if it's just a prayer there where we meet as a family online, even though they're far away, that already is a good um, for up a good feeling of upliftment, because not only, yes, you pray, you entrust yourselves to our almighty God, but also knowing that your family is also with you there, also remembering that the advice that you always give. Because for me personally, I'll just go into it. um that was one of the things, if I can say, the traditions we always that was always we always followed, really. For example, when there's special occasions, our family, even up until now, we hold our prayer together. Even if it's different time zones, we still hold our prayer, even if it's for one early in the morning, late at night for the others. And I believe that's also something that I'm still going to carry with me and also pass on, still holding in for me and my wife. That was taught to me, and I believe that also passed down. Especially, I believe now that's very important when everything is so busy. Everyone is busy with their schedules, their own things, that even after a while, when you start growing older, you have your own schedule. It's hard to fit your schedule with your schedule of your family members because it's all different, right? So even just a prayer you can hold together, it's just bring it all to what was taught to you, praying with your family, right? And always gives you a reminder, right? Your family's always there. They always give you advice to what to do, especially when, maybe for some they get lost already. They get a bit confused. They hear things from others, but then with moments where you're with a family, just brings you back, and then shows you again what you really need to do. And that's the good thing for us always, that we're always being guided by the administration that was placed, showing us what to do. It's a really big blessing. Traditions is really something that always should be upheld and followed, especially when it really helps us spiritually, or even in our faith, on how to cope with different things. So even when everyone is busy, everyone has so much things to do, always find time to continue a tradition that really has helped you, especially when it comes to prayer.
That is very well said, Bokajan. Thank you so much. And I believe you and Kaniko have the same family tradition, or I believe for most of us Christians, but is prayer. But and for Kamalu, aside from prayer, because I believe you all also have that tradition in your family,
Oh,
what
yeah,
is your
definitely.
favorite family tradition, and why is it important to you, Bo?
Okay. Well, I just want to reiterate and give emphasis on the importance of prayer as one of the family traditions that we continue to uphold. And that's very true. And of course, that's on top of our list. Prayer wherever you go. And right at a very early age, we have passed it on to our grandchildren. Now, regarding other family traditions, I would consider the love of reading as one of our top traditions. And even before my only child was born, while she was still in the womb, I was already reading to her, playing music of Mozart to her. And then, when, of course, she was born, all right, I continued reading to her, although she was just a baby. And then, when she became a toddler, that was from Germany, we moved to the United States. I introduced her to different books, picture books. You know, in a place like Germany, and especially the United States, when we were there were a lot of public libraries. And even when we go to, let's say, bookstores, there's always a place there, a table, or let's say a kind of lounging area where children can just sit down, pull out books, and read books. So I would take my child to the public library, and as early as 3 years old, she would be pulling out as many as 50 books at one time. And so we would be hauling all these bags of books home. Yeah. And, picture books. It doesn't matter. These are books, although they are pictures. They are pictures, okay? And and that's one thing. So, and then I also had, as part of her activities, was a tour of a bookstore. So I would tell her, today, this afternoon, we'll go on a tour. So I'm taking her to the bookstore. And and that has continued. And that tradition began not only with her, it was passed on to me by my parents. Here in the Philippines, the saying is that, child, we may not be rich, we may not have a lot of money, but the education that we are passing on to you is something that you can carry anytime, anywhere. So make good use of your education. And since you can already read a lot, continue reading, reading. You will learn from that. So I took that seriously from a very young age. I would borrow books from the school library. And of course, the school librarian was very happy because every time I'd pull books, I was cleaning the shelves in the library. you get rid of the dust, of course. So uh, I, I passed on that tradition to my daughter, and my husband is the same. He loves reading, whatever reading materials they may be. And when we were still in Germany, he was already reading German magazines, especially about cars. Although everything was in German, he could understand that. And now my daughter passes on this tradition to my grandchildren. And I have a 5 year old grandson and a 3 year old grandson, and they are surrounded with books in their own home and also here at home when they come to my place. And just like what we have here at home, there are different books, and the books are arranged. So we have books in every room. We have books in every room. So we see to it that everyone is surrounded with books. So, and then, of course, you have the birthdays. The three of us, my husband, myself, and my daughter, we all celebrate our birthday in the same week, the same month. I am May 21, my daughter and my husband, May 25. So instead of celebrating the birthdays separately, we just wait for May 26 or May 25 and we celebrate together. And of course, with a prayer. And then either we go out for a simple dinner or just stay home for a simple dinner. But we always have one birthday cake. So, well, these are just some of the traditions that we cherish, that we continue to do.
Thank you so much for Kamalu for sharing. I really enjoyed what you mentioned for earlier, because I find it very lovely that you share an interest that turned into a tradition, and that interest is for books, or the love for books or reading, and which has been passed through generations and in your family, po. It's very lovely to see that even now, even your grandkids also implement this tradition in their lives, Bob. And how has, and especially with the birthdays you mentioned, Bob, it's actually also, it was similar when we were growing up, because my brothers, my kuya and I, have we have the birthdays in the same month, but growing up we also didn't really have um, everything we wanted to have, but our parents always made it special for us. And it's also similar to you, we always still had birthday celebrations, but sometimes we would share this birthday celebration, and we would have a one big celebration with my kuya and I, growing up. It's very nostalgic. I'm very nostalgic right now as I remember all of the memories that I have from back then. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for Kamalu.
Oh, thanks to Will. I can just imagine how much your kuya misses that, being
Oh
away
yes,
from
po.
home.
Yes, po.
I think
Hopefully,
also, Alec, the everything that was mentioned, it really just shows how important it is to find for a family to maybe find a tradition, or find something that they will do together. I think that's also a factor, so that a family will also become a really unit, a bond together, right? Those traditions, so that even every year, uh, when kids maybe grow up, always having that kind of tradition, even when they're already separate from their parents, it always have if they always, for example, remember that certain day, on this day every year they would do something together as a tradition, even when they grow up separate from their family already, they will remember, oh, we did something as a family. It kind of brings them back to that family unit again. So even if maybe it's hard, or maybe others say they don't have a tradition yet, it's a big factor that helps also for us who are growing older, becoming, or those who are becoming adults, always also a part of bringing us back to our family, even though we're all far away from each other. Right? So that's a good thing that really helps. That makes a family really a family, having things like that. But
Yes, po, very well said po, Kajed. Especially with our families that are maybe spreaded throughout the whole world po, living in different time zones or living in different or having very different schedules or busy schedules. Um, Family traditions can help us reaffirm family closeness and also reminding our family members that if you need someone to talk, I am here, or um, it gives you the assurance that you belong to a family po. And I actually have a lot of comments here. I have one po from Kenjin Libunao. Family hour po will always be a part of family tradition. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. Yes, we also do that in our family every Sunday at 10 p.m. po. Thank you so much for sharing that. Another one from Sister Rosel Martinez. I love that we get to set our own family traditions with our own children. At Michael Martinez, hashtag unique. Another one from Sister Christelle Parera. We don't really have traditions, but we hope to make new traditions in our family. Watching from hashtag Munich. And another one from Marge Bakian, missing our family Scrabble games every Sunday back in the Philippines. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. And another comment from Vic, Lucy, and Zia, adventures is ours. We never had tradition. My late father always wanted to experience done things new since life is so short to repeat, he said. Hashtag WeSpot. And yes, that's also one way to view it. Thank you so much for sharing. Another one from Marge Bakian, missed a lot of family happenings, was able to survive homesickness by being busy aside from work, and of course, being active in church activities. And another one from Sister Rosel Martinez, my lolo used to bring our whole family clan every year to the same beach resort in Cavite when he was still living. We never missed a year, missing it so much. Hashtag Munich. Thank you so much for sharing all your family traditions and your experiences with us. But before we continue our conversation, we will first take a quick station break. We will be right back here on INCRadio Central Europe.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Uy, kamusta kapatid? Ikaw ba ay magaling kumanta? Sumayaw? O umarte kaya? O baka naman ikaw ay mahusay sa pagguhit? Halika at pag-usapan natin kung paano pa natin maaalagaan o maninurture yung ating passion sa isang bagay. Samahan niyo kami ngayong June 19, Wednesday sa ganap ni Kawalo ng gabi. Dito lang yan sa INCRadio Turlock Satellite Studio. Don't forget to like, share, and comment sa ating YouTube live chat. See you po!
Finally, school's over.
Yo, Andre, let's play that new game.
I have a test coming up tomorrow. I should probably study. I've been really excited to play that new game. What should I do?
We missed you on the game yesterday. How'd the test go though?
Really well, actually. Gotta make smart choices, you know?
And that's the value of making the right and smart choices while we're still young. It's also a matter of self-discipline. Wise decisions we make in our youth help us achieve a meaningful and purposeful life, bringing honor and glory to our Almighty God.
Hello and welcome back to INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. It is currently 8:39 p.m. here in Germany, and for those who have just tuned in, our topic for tonight is family tradition. And in the first part of our conversation, we talked about the importance of family traditions and how they have adapted into their busy lives. Now, since this moving on, before we continue with the topic, since the summertime and sunny days are more frequent now, we will watch a short travelogue and tour around the Bavarian region. So lean back and enjoy this short travelogue.
Let's visit Garmisch-Partenkirchen together, which is located in Bavaria, Germany. Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a town in the Bavarian Alps in southern Germany. It is a popular destination for tourists, known for its picturesque alpine scenery, various winter and outdoor summer activities. The scenery in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is absolutely stunning. The town is surrounded by the peaks of the Bavarian Alps, with Germany's highest mountain called Zugspitze. The landscape is characterized by lush green valleys, crystal clear alpine lakes, and dense forests. One of the most famous waterfalls in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is the Partnachklamm. This natural wonder is carved by the Patnach River with towering walk walls and crystal clear turquoise waters rushing through the narrow passage. Visitors can walk through the gorge on wooden walkways and bridges, allowing for stunning views of the cascading waterfalls and the rock formations. The Patnach Gorge is a popular tourist attraction and is easily accessible from the town center of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Hiking in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a popular activity due to the town's stunning alpine landscape and numerous hiking trails catering to different skill levels. Whether you're looking for a leisurely stroll or seeking a challenging trek, Garmisch-Partenkirchen has something for everyone.
There you have it, a very picturesque scenery for your next family vacation. Okay, now moving back to our topic for tonight, which is family traditions. Um, I want to ask, because especially now we have busy lives and it's sometimes difficult to even find time to really spend time with your family. How can we implement family traditions into our family, Kamalu?
Okay. Well, nowadays, distance is not quite a big factor now because of the technology that we have, the communication technology. We can call anytime, any day, or any time of the day. It doesn't matter what the time is. It's okay. The time difference, it doesn't matter. And as long as we agree that at this time, I'll be calling, or we hold on to the promise that child or dad, mom, you can call me up anytime. Wherever you may be, wherever I may be, let me know. And also for us, for example, we see to it that each day we say, hi, how are you doing? How's everything? And we let everyone know how we are doing, especially our whereabouts if we are going away, so that our children and they are well aware. And also, we are able to collect a lot of pictures, okay, that we can keep, where we keep memories, and that will remind us of our togetherness as family. And by looking back at those pictures with the use of the smartphones, anytime, you can capture special moments, even when we do video chat, right? So that's one way. And what I do personally is that I've been putting all these photos together and making mini books. And I think everybody can do this. And especially if you are a lolo or a lola, you always look forward to seeing your grandchildren when they come perhaps to visit you on weekends. And be ready to take a lot of pictures, capture those moments, and put them into mini books. What we do, my husband and I, we have already uh, our grandchildren already have email accounts. They are not able to answer them, but we keep on sending to their email addresses pictures that we have taken. So anytime they can view these pictures, and, and those projects that I make, mini books, or write ups, I send them to their emails. So already they have what you may call a reservoir of memories that they can look back on when they're already grown ups. Because the time will come that they will ask, how did Jed look? You know, what did my grandpa Jed look like? You know, or how did my grandma Malu look? What did she do? And they'd be curious. So the use of the present technology, make good use of that, capturing those special moments. And in fact, that's one tradition that I also started when my child was still very when my daughter was born. Okay, I made scrapbooks, and I think she's been inspired by these scrapbooks, and so she's doing the same thing for my grandchildren or my grandchildren. So those are just little ways that you can make good use of. And there are other ways you can be as creative as you can be, especially the young generation. Oh, you're so good at this.
Yes, thank you so much for Kamalu for sharing that. I can only agree with you on that, um, because especially since we are surrounded with technology, and with this modern technology, it's easy to really communicate with our family. You're just one text away or one call away. So using that for our benefit can help us implement family traditions into our family.
And just to share with you, this is just a little thing. Okay. Yeah. One of my last projects, a collection of pictures of my grandchildren, the brothers hugging each other. Oh, how cute that is, right? You see these little kids hugging each other, and they're so excited. And then they, oh, I love you, Kuya. So, as a starter, the first picture in this mini book, it says, hugs are acts of expressing one's love, care, and happiness. And then the second picture, I put in the caption with with the statement, "Oh, hello, Kuya, I love you so much," says Lazarus. And then another picture, it says, "Oh, I love you too, Ading." It's the older son, it's the older brother saying that. So with these captions, you are instilling already some important family values or human values, or in fact, Christian values to these young children, okay, young children. And when they see this mini book, okay, one of the mini books that I'm making, they remember that, and they're gonna pass that on to their own family members, and even to other people whom they consider as part of their family, their special friends whom they consider as part of the family.
That's very lovely for Kamalu, especially with the pictures. For thank you so much. And I want to ask Kajedpo, because Kamalu shared with us all these ideas on how we can implement family traditions into our family, and also shared with us her experience. What advice would you give to families who are looking to start or even revive their own family traditions, Po?
I think for those seeking or trying to start a tradition or revive a tradition, I think when it comes to starting, maybe a family can look into an activity that they all enjoy doing. Maybe even if it's just a simple thing. For example, they liked, even if it's an activity that is seasonal, or you can only do once, maybe every year. In the summertime, they like going to this place. They really enjoyed it. Next year, they'll be going to that place again. The following year, did it again. And then all of a sudden, it becomes a tradition that they go to that place at at that time of the year. It can also be small things. For a special occasion, they took for example, a picture, and then, oh, this color looks good on us. Every occasion, let's wear that color, right? And there's your tradition already, right? It doesn't have to be traditions. I don't think they have to really be big things. It's just a matter of something that a family really enjoys doing together, even if it's the smallest thing of wearing the same tie, same color of the tie, matching to that dress every summer or for every activity, right? That was for a a specific activity, and continuing that, there you have something that you started already. And then finding something that maybe is an interest that maybe others are doing, or interest within the family, you can maybe grow on that. Um, See what else that can do. But the most important thing, I believe, whenever starting a tradition, is really having the family complete, everyone in it, so that really that those small things, even those small things, they can really work or increase the bond, strengthen the bond within the family members. Uh, so traditions, maybe there are traditions already, and then they just didn't notice. Maybe we could. There are things that a family likes to do, right? So let's look at those things, and then maybe after a while they will start building up, and then we'll be surprised at the things that others can come up with as their tradition, or like something they like doing together.
Yes, po Kajan. I really like the way what you said, po, that the tradition doesn't always need to be a big family tradition. They can always be they can also be small traditions, like even clothes or doing an activity together. And I want to ask Nico, po, before we end, how has your family traditions brought your family closer together, po?
Like our family traditions has brought us really close together, because as what I've shared earlier, like what happened to my father, like it was really such a great blessing, a great experience, and that made our extended family really close to each other po. Like we're like I'm I'm always grateful, always thankful to God for having such wonderful family members, because like I consider them a blessing po. And then I always pray for them that hopefully one day we could meet, and then um share what we have to share, and then spend some time each other po. Family really matters most po, even though it's extended, like with your uncles, aunts, cousins po. Like if I've given a chance to share with them every moment, I would do it po, because every moment is another chance po.
Thank you so much, Pokaniko, for sharing that with us. And also thank you to Kamalu and Kajed for sharing their experiences and their thoughts on this topic, po. But before we end tonight, we have to find out which clusters were the most active in the YouTube live chat last week. So let us find out who are the top 3 clusters. Kuya Tech?
Third place, Bonn and Luxembourg cluster. Second place, Zurich Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster. Bonn and Luxembourg Cluster. Bayern.
Congratulations to all of our winners for last week's challenge. Continue sharing your comments in the YouTube live chat with the hashtag of your cluster for you to have the chance to win this week's cluster challenge. Now, looking at the time, we are unfortunately nearing the end of our broadcast. So I just want to shout out, of course, Kamalu, Kaniko, and Kajed for joining us tonight on our broadcast. Shout out also to our viewers and listeners for watching tonight's INC Radio. We also want to thank our District TFO Advisor, Brother Scott Agustin. Thank you to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Jason Dulalas. And thank you to our District Minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan. We also want to thank our CFO Coordinator and CEBSI President, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. And last but not least, thank you to the church administration and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Once again, we thank you for watching INC Radio Central Europe. See you next time.